Customer Spotlight, migrate to the cloud with confidence. Embarking on a migration project of 5,000 workloads to the clouds. I often refer to smart data as a new approach to monitoring in the cloud. It's not a new approach, not for NETSCOUT that is. We've been doing this since forever, but up until recently it's been difficult to apply in the cloud. So people have adopted less granular and diverse approaches such as NetFlow, logs, infrastructure performance, or application agents to try to get some sort of view. For this video, I thought I'd share with you how NETSCOUT has been deployed in one of our customers as part of their cloud migration strategy, and how it solves the toughest of problems in the largest of networks, not only large, but distributed in the multi-cloud. This company was embarking on a strategic initiative, Cloud First, to move hundreds of their applications, thousands of their servers to the public cloud, or more precisely, 4 public clouds: Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and IBM. Why 4? It's a good question. AWS, Azure, and GCP because of their global coverage, giving them the flexibility to use the best technology for their different business units, and IBM for their mainframe technology, still in use. So much for the reality of a single cloud strategy. Anyway, back to earth as it were. This customer had already some visibility of packet data in their 3 on-prem data centers, but their experience was not positive. They recognized that the traces were really handy to get troubleshooting information, but they did struggle looking at the traces on this ad hoc basis to get a view. They saw the value of packet data, but not the practicality. Until NETSCOUT. With NETSCOUT Ingenious One and vStream implemented into their data centers, suddenly they saw the light, extending their visibility to now being always on, real-time, with troubleshooting workflows and advanced capabilities they needed, without the need for digging into complex packet data. Sure, the packets are still there for evidence, but it was those metrics, ASI KPIs, that were the key. See the problem first, drill down to provide the evidence to escalate, then solve the problem, and solve it faster than ever before. So, back to those clouds. The process had already started. A few hundred workloads in, what they quickly realized was, where was that visibility? The same visibility they had in their data centers was now needed in the clouds. Sure, they were moving to the cloud for good reason, to deliver on better, faster, easy to manage, more agile services for the business. But to be successful, they didn't want to lose any visibility. They didn't want to simply launch new services blindly without the visibility to quickly troubleshoot things. They realized that when things go wrong, they couldn't just go to AWS, Azure, GCP, IBM to fix it. It's hybrid, and the applications were very integrated across their diverse infrastructure of cloud, on-prem, and they needed visibility to identify the nature of the problem, pinpoint the cause, and then escalate for the fix. They also needed information to understand when and where to optimize the deployment and scale capacity. So, the customer deployed NETSCOUT Visibility in the cloud. Visibility to a few workloads at first, providing the same visibility derived from the packet data, the same meaningful, actionable KPIs to resolve issues, same reports, same workflows, in fact, same everything in the cloud, but better across all their clouds, wherever they chose to deploy their workloads and applications. Let's dig into a problem they resolved with NETSCOUT deployed in the early phase of their cloud migration. They detected performance issues straight away, mapping to complaints from their users, initially with their Citrix services, front-ending applications and databases now deployed in the cloud. So in true form, they initially blamed Citrix. But that's not helpful. With NETSCOUT Visibility, they could see the latency between the communications between the different layers of the service chain, differentiating between network latency, application latency, across all the layers. And the smart data quickly located the layer affected. And guess what? It wasn't Citrix after all. It wasn't the database, it wasn't the cloud, thankfully. It was the application layer handoff to and from Citrix. A quick tweak of the application workloads and they were back in action. But just think about that. There's a lot of moving parts here, and smart data power provides that triaging capability to eliminate long war room and finger pointing exercises. ASI gets to the root cause, providing the right evidence to get the right people on the case to fix it. Needless to say, that was only one example. Another thing the customer needed was mass deployment of NETSCOUT Visibility in the clouds. So they leveraged their existing orchestration platforms, Ansible and Microsoft System Center, to deploy visibility into their Linux and Windows workloads. 2,500 workloads done automatically. Still, of course, a few more to go, but with automation, visibility can be deployed as part of the migration process. The customer also talked about another use of the NETSCOUT technology, a bonus, as it were: knowledge. Knowledge not only of the performance of the application before and after the migration, but also knowledge of which components, workloads to migrate based on the underlying dependencies of the application. NETSCOUT service dependency discovery visualization helps them plan so that they wouldn't leave things behind. Summing up, as I've said in an earlier video, whatever the cloud I choose, whatever service I choose, and however the application gets deployed, lift and shift or refactored, I still need to understand how to measure the success of my deployment. And for that, I need pervasive visibility of my application performance where and however I choose to deploy it. Visibility to successfully migrate to the cloud with confidence. For this customer, NETSCOUT helped make this happen. Check out other videos in this series on cloud migration, where I'll be tackling more customer spotlights, architectural scenarios, putting NETSCOUT visibility without borders into action.